Hello everyone, this is Gorax. Today I'm going to show you how I've done Grave of Venom 9. I've been able to farm it for 2 days now, but I didn't have time to actually make a video about it. So I'm still using the free healers here. Obviously, if you watched my channel for a while, you know that I got Jillian. So she's my new addition to the team. But even without her, if you actually invested resources following other guides into other rare healer Quarian or even the common healer Meredith, you will still be able to do it. You can just replace Jillian. However, when you replace Jillian, you might consider replacing the artifact on your tank for the banner, because the reason I'm using Jillian and the Mask of the Lark is to get this damage reduction per buff as she buffs the team. So let's go over the team. Obviously, Horus, the main tank, all free-to-play players have him. The important thing here is to have the balance between the HP and the defense. As you can see, I'm running 2 sets here. With this set is obviously optional. You can go for something else. The set does not matter really. What matters here is the defense 60%. It can be either on glove or on chest. Okay, so you want to have one and the other. If I go 60% on the defense on both of them, my tank dies. So that's why I'm running defense and HP and defense here. Next, I'm running this set here because I didn't have time to do Grave of Curse yet. But yeah, basically we're getting this HP. You want defense percentage, and HP here as well. Similar to here, you want this defensive stats. As you can see, I don't even have the perfect set for that. Sadly, I don't have any other pieces. And as I said before, I'm using the Mask of the Lark because I am using Megan and I'm using Jillian, which both provide Horus with buffs. I think you can get up to like 4 buffs at one point, so this damage really stacks. The artifact level is low because I don't have the essence at the moment, but yeah, we can definitely go higher than that. But since I'm already farming level 9 on auto with like 90% chance, well, I would say like 95% chance I maybe lose 1 out of 20 or something like that, but yeah. My runes are not the greatest as well, as you can see, but I focused on HP rune here and defense runs. So basically the balance, okay? You want to have 1-1, okay? Just make sure your HP is quite high as well, because his skills, obviously, he's got this shield worth 10% of his max HP, so we want that shield to be high as well, because it absorbs a lot of damage. His skills are not really worth investing into, because they boost damage and reduce the cooldown. If we are lucky, we can get this with 3 scrolls. That's the only thing that is worth. And obviously, aura, 24% of max HP, so that's the total HP. This is what we want here. Next important thing is having a hero healer, in our case, with the lowest HP in a position that can be healed by Hexandra. Hexandra is a good healer, but she actually uses this area basically, so she has to have good placement on the battlefield and the team as well, because the tanks move forward and the team looks different. The cigarette at the back is untouched. Okay, so this wisp here, it attacks the enemy with the lowest HP, which in my case is Jillian. I actually got her above level 90 for this case, otherwise she was dying, but this weak rune basically is enough for her to survive. So let's talk about her. So here I'm using defense, Troll Heart. I could go for something else, but this is what I got, and she still got 60% extra HP, which is not shown here. It's shown in the battle, so I had to do math to ensure she's still the lowest HP in the team, and she is. What I've done on her, similar to Horus, I went for defense on the chest and defense on every piece basically, because obviously I want to keep the HP as low as possible, so I want to avoid any HP percentages like here, but well, That's what I got, so I went for this. And I went for the set bonus in that case to get skill haste. I was actually lucky to get 2 of them on level 8 Venom. So yeah, defense. Again, focusing on defense, trying to avoid these HP stats when we can. And the defense on her is over 2000, so that's enough. I could level up her skills, but I don't have scrolls. But yeah, what she does is, as you can see, she gives the allies defense up and recovery over time, so that's 2 buffs already on my Horus. She's also healing, doing a single target heal and recharging the ultimate. Usually it's being cast on Horus, so he can spam his ultimate more often. And when she casts a spell, she dispels defense penalty, which is something that the Harpy applies to Horus. So yeah, we want to get rid of that. Now, another important thing is obviously second healer, Hexandra in our case. I've been running Goblin set on her for ages. I mean, it's very useful on healers because they can cast the skills more often, which equals to more heals and even heals at crucial times. So these are the sets that I've been using, and again here I'm basically like using whatever I have. My equipment is not good. I've been really unlucky when it comes to it, but yeah, this is what I'm running. You should focus on like attack and enlightenment to make sure these heals are good because they scale with that. For example, here the single heal scales with attack and enlightenment. This is actually a target max HP, so that's quite cool. And she was the first one, well, second one that I maxed skills. So yeah, they are quite high. We're maxed out basically. We don't use the aura here. And now for artifacts, I actually went for the mirror or the living. So yeah, when the allies are below 15%, so that doesn't really happen often, but sometimes my Horus can be taken down to that point, so this is a huge heal increase. But if you're lacking damage, you can go for something offensive. So if we go here to the artifacts, if you place her in a different position, when you place her in the spot of Jillian, you can go for something like this. So basically extra attack, so that increases the heal as well, and gives a little bit of extra damage. But at the moment I got around 40-50 seconds left with only cigarettes, so I'm not bothered about the damage. The only time I can lose is if Horus gets taken down, which doesn't happen too often, as I said. Now, the most important hero here will be Sigrid. And as you can see, she's got full legendary equipment now, but I was able to do it with just 3 legendaries as well. Now, the most important thing, I believe, is actually Eyeball of the Giant, because it increases the attack of Sigrid significantly. I've tried to use earlier on Which Remains to apply this defense penalty to, and way before the Crown of the Unclean, and I was not able to do it, alright? So this is really crucial. I mean, the attack percentage you get from this artifact is huge. As you can see, the attack of Sigrid is around 4k at the moment. And similar to what I've always been saying, the pieces here, you want the attack, right? You want to attack, and you could go for attack here as well, which will be amazing. But I want to have 100% chance of applying the attack penalty here. So this will help me to survive. As I said, I got time. I'm doing this within the last minute. And the only reason I could fail is if my Horus dies in some horrendous accident or something. But yeah, if you're struggling with damage and you don't care about the attack down because your Horus can survive, then definitely go for attack percentage here. In here you want to go for like crit hit, crit damage, and still attack, flat attack percentage, but I was not lucky enough. So this is why I got. I even have enlightenment stat here, which is not required, and I could actually exchange that for any other item, but I'm not changing anything that works, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I could get better stats here to improve it a little bit, but I'm still looking for the accuracy to be around like 180 to have this high chance of applying this buff here. So that's my Sigrid, and as I said before, this is a flexible spot. I'm using Jillian, and since I'm using Jillian, the artifact on my tank changes as well. She doesn't have skills maxed out because these are quite expensive. I didn't even go to 5-star her yet. I'm using this to increase her heal, and her heals are not the greatest. But as you can see here, when she heals an ally with less than 50%, she grants 1 stack of recovery over time. So that's my buff, right? Then she has the target max HP plus enlightenment. As you can see, enlightenment 72 in here, and grants damage reduction for 5 seconds, which makes the ally takes 30% less damage. So basically a good buffer here, in my case, is required. And then she also gives a defense up 2 to all allies, which helps Megan survive as well, and target max HP and enlightenment. Heal plus 1 debuff reduction. But as I said, it works for many other people. You can look up Quarion is another good example. The reason I didn't level up Quarion is because when I was about to do it, because as you can see, my rally team, Radiant team is quite good, I actually pulled Jillian. So I said there's no reason for me to go for rare. That doesn't really provide anything else except for good heals over Jillian. And similar, I didn't use Meredith here because I had Megan before, and yeah, I used to do level 7, which you can look up on my channel. I did level 7 using 2 healers, Hexandra and Megan. I didn't need 3rd healer up until that point. Obviously there are strategies for whales where they basically rush this boss using 3 melee and stuff, but I'm not there. I mean, seriously, I'm not there yet. So this is a different strategy. It's a slower paced farm compared to whales, but it works, and we're getting legendary equipment here. So I believe I covered everything. I don't even need to use food in that case, okay? That's important because for the most cases, I've been using the food. As you can see, I got 17 here, but in this team, I don't need to. And as I said, if we really want to do more damage, we can actually even place Hexandra here, because Jillian will not be getting any damage, will not receive any damage, and they'll still heal here. So yeah, worth mentioning that. But yeah, I don't need any more damage, and as I said, I'm using this aura. I could go for accuracy, but that will make Horus life a little bit harder. So yeah, let's see how the fight follows.